Hello, and welcome to the Shark Stream. It is Thursday, which means it's time for Final Fantasy XIV, which means it's time to talk about Final Fantasy XIV related topics, which means... So one of the things about cat ownership, right, is that they have these things called litter boxes, where they do their business, where they take their bio breaks. And the thing that nobody tells you about cleaning litter boxes is that if you clean litter boxes, if you take a day, you don't have to take like a whole day, it's like maybe a 20-minute task at most between like gathering everything up and throwing the stuff out. When you clean a litter box, for the rest of the day, all you can smell is kitty litter smell. And it's the worst thing in the world. Like, I love my cats. I do. So I endure it for their sakes. But good lord. That's not really what we're here to talk about today, is it? FanFest happened recently. I don't know if you've heard about this. Hello, Lucas. Lucas, I know you've heard about FanFest. We watched it together. We got a whole bunch of new information about Dawn Trail during FanFest. No release date yet. I'm sure that's bound to come over the course of like the next few months of like producer live letters. But, among other things, we got the reveal of the second class being released for Dawn Trail. During the London Fan Fest, we got the reveal of Viper. And for Tokyo Fan Fest, we got the reveal of Pictomancer, which is a ranged, magical DPS, which I maintain implies the existence of a melee magical DPS, but I'm... neither here nor there. Right, this is the first stream since FanFest. The first FF14 stream since FanFest, yeah. And not only that, but it has been established... Melee magical DPS, you mean Red Mage, yeah. No, Red Mage is still ranged. Like, I see the bit you're trying to do, and like, I get it. It's a funny bit to do, but come on. Be serious here for a second, alright? Acknowledge me, I'm funny. I know people were thinking it was going to be Green Mage, but like they've already got Green Mage in Japan. It's just localized as Blue Mage in the US. That's a Pokemon joke. Thank you for coming. Anyway, but speaking of Pokemon jokes, we also got announced Beastmaster, which is going to be a limited job, much like Blue Mage, which is the joke I'm making. Come on. That was good. That's gonna be the best joke I have all stream. Thank you for coming. But we also got introduced to a new major NPC for Dawn Trail with the extended trailer. A lovely lady named Wuklamat, who is a female Hrothgar. Because, that's right, we're getting Hrothgals. Also, Wuklamat is voiced by a trans woman. So fucking hell yeah! Yeshua said limited jobs could team up, and I really hope it means even blue with Beast. Also, justice for male Hrothgar backs. Listen, male Hrothgars are terminally shrimping, and that's tragic. I don't expect that to change. Trans woman from Puerto Rico who is funny as hell on Twitter. Hell yes. I'm so here for it. But excited about that. We also got a look at a lot of the like graphical updates, like how textures are going to look for like cloth and stuff like that, how new character models look, how they're going to be updating how dark skin tones work, which, thank God, I know a lot of people are taking the opportunity to be like, God, finally, it took them long enough, but I do on some level, feel like it should be acknowledged that, like, yes, it took them longer than they should have to, like, make dark skin tones work in a way that wasn't embarrassing to look at. But also, I think it's important to acknowledge that they are listening to criticisms people have. And I think that's important to acknowledge on some level, you know? Like we can joke about how, like, oh, it took them long enough, ha ha ha. But like at the same time, it's just like, it is kind of nice to know that, like, something's being listened to. Also, all the updated character models look fucking phenomenal. AIGEAD is gonna look hotter than she ever has before. And I'm really excited for that. We have a date for 6.55, which is actually next Tuesday. I tried to get the day off from work so that I could do some of the content. Not just the few additional story missions that we're getting, but also like Tataru's Grand Endeavor, and the Allied Beast Tribe quests. But more than anything, that means that next week we'll be taking a break from New Game Plus to do the new Hildebrand content. Joke's on you, the updated models are only for the face. Yoshi still not let you have ass. I know. But they did say that there may be some more character customization added in, which I'm hoping, praying, pleading to the gods above, let me give AIGEAD some facial scars. My canon for AIGEAD has it that she took a nasty hit to her eye during a Stormblood boss fight, and that's why she had a bloody red iris for a while. But I have to, like, put in, like, my written work that she doesn't have a scar because it got healed so well, because the game won't let me put a scar on her face. Please. Give a bitch a scar. I'm bitch in this scenario. Just for the record. But yeah, so that's going to be exciting. I'm wondering if there's also going to be any updates for Island Sanctuary, because the last Island Sanctuary mission implied there was more stuff that was going to be happening, and then nothing happened. I don't know if I haven't gotten to the point where something should happen. I'm glad that you are the bitch and not AIGEAD. I mean, I'm the bitch that's going to be giving AIGEAD a scar in the character creator. Best news for me was new field operations. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in that. We got a good look at, like, the Hrothgal models. They look great. The animations look great. I saw some people complaining that just like, oh, I've seen fan interpretations that look better than this. It's just like, I don't know what fan artists or modders you're following, but I feel like literally every fan interpretation of Hrothgals I've seen looks almost identical to what they ended up coming up with, if I'm being entirely real here. And for the record, I am being entirely real here. Because, like, I know people that have, like, modded, like, Mikote and, like, Rogadine, who, like, modded to look like female Hrothgar. And it's just like, no, this is pretty much exactly what they were going for with some of those mods. While I didn't have interest in Island Sanctuary, knowing the new life content is going to focus on community-wide effort makes me a lot more interested. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in that myself. I did think, why is this person... Okay, I think this person's trying to be cheeky. I'm standing in... Hold on. I'm standing in the spot that we left off in, and I just, like, had AIGEAD doing, like, idle, like, squat emote, and somebody just, like, walked right in front of me. I can't be too angry, because they also have the Manderville Greatsword, So, like, game recognizes game. But it's just like, you don't need to stand that close, my guy. Please, I'm begging you. That being said, when I warped... Did my music stop? Oh, this was only 15 minutes long. Fuck, I should probably get into the game, huh? Heavenswood! Anyways, here we are. Hello, everybody. Here's Estinian. Let's talk to him. Estinian is eager to set forth to the Eyrie. Fuck, he sure is. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland to take possession of the Mana Cutters. And there he goes. Fuck, we do be tarrying, though. Something that I've found myself kind of, like, relaxing on, at least with regards to, like, how I view how I engage with the game, is that, I don't really put a lot of stock in kind of, like, meticulously, what's the word I'm looking for? Meticulously criticizing, like, the writing or anything. And I think something that has, like, a nice thing that has done for me is that when they talk about who's going to be writing new content, I'm not, like, necessarily invested in, like, whether or not I think that their previous work is bad. Which, I mean, like, this doesn't necessarily work in the other direction, because it's just like, you know, I heard that, like, the person who wrote, like, the Dark Knight quests is the one who was working on, or is the one who wrote, Shadowbringers. I'm just like, oh, okay, I get it now. But then, like, I hear... It's the funniest fucking thing in the world. I heard that the person who wrote the Trials storyline for post-game Shadowbringers is going to be one of the main writers on Dawn Trail. And I saw people from both sides of the aisle giving comments about that on Twitter, either being upset about it or being like, this is the one thing that's actually gotten me interested in Dawn Trail, which, like, as for the latter is concerned, okay, calm down. We get it, all right? Yes, you're so much cooler than everyone else because you're not getting hype. Thank you. But, like, I heard that, and it's just, like, because I'm not, like, meticulously, like, critiquing the writing personally, and I'm just kind of, like, going through the game, just kind of experiencing it as it is, I hear that, I'm just like, oh, that's neat. You know, I kind of liked Verlet. I thought it was a perfectly fine storyline. Okay, but I like the Four Lords quest. Four Lords quest is fine, honestly. I like both of those. I thought they were, like, again, it's, like, I think they're fine, and I enjoyed my time with them. I remember, like, we're gonna talk about it more when we get to Werlit, but, like, the central figure of that storyline, like, the guy that you're hanging out with for most of it, I feel like if you, like, again, I'm not one to, like, deeply critique the writing, but, like, I feel like if you view it in the lens of just, like, this entire, like, storyline is about how he's kind of responsible for fucking up his own shit, you might enjoy it a little bit better. I'm just saying, like, everything that's happening is pretty explicitly his fault. Hi, Stephanivian. Wait, hold up. Oh. Wait, is this where I have to go for the Eyrie? I completely forgot about this. Hi, Sid. I didn't like Endwalker's writing, so any change is welcome to me. See, I liked Endwalker's writing. I like all of the writing. I don't have any strong opinions about it. That's not true, actually. There are distinct parts of Stormblood I didn't like. And I have very strong opinions about that. These little beauties are our pride and joy, and now they're yours, so be careful with them, eh? I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of voices because I am still kind of sick. I think for the people who got super moved by Endwalker and Shadowbringers need to temper expectations. I feel like they're doing a pretty good job of like kind of setting expectations where they are just like pushing that. Yeah, Endwalker was like I feel like here's the thing. I feel like the team behind Final Fantasy XIV has done a serviceable job tempering expectations between the end of Endwalker and the beginning of Dawn Trail. Okay? And I feel like there is a point where I feel like you need to kind of acknowledge that, like, it's not really their fault if people don't have that expectation going into it. Like, they made it so incredibly clear that Endwalker was the end of an era, that it was the end of this storyline. They could not have possibly made it more clear how much of a fucking bombastic finale that was. They pulled out all the goddamn stops with that. Like, to the point that the, like, patch content, which is usually reserved for, like, the first 3 patch contents tend to be, like, you know, a epilogue to the main story quest, and then, like, the last 2 patches tend to be, like, setting up the next one. In this case, the patch content in and of itself was its own story. Like, its own self-contained storyline. Like, it was basically just like, yeah, we really don't have anything to wrap up. We wrapped it up with the end of Endwalker. So, here's a completely new story. And they just told that over the course of the patches. And then, like, you know, there's the Island Sanctuary, where it's just like, hey, we got you an island because we feel like you deserve to fucking relax. And then, like, you know, them kind of talking about, like, oh, and, like, everybody's been joking, like, oh, the Wool's going on vacation. And, like, the trailer being, like, a new adventure. It's just, like, they could not possibly be more clear than they are already being about how much this is, like, a new thing. This is a new thing. This is going to be a new story. It is likely going to be pretty different from how Shadowbringers and Endwalker were. So at this point, if there's anybody who isn't tempering their who is not, like, who doesn't have the proper expectations for this, it's pretty much on them. Like, that's a them problem at that point. Is not going to hit as hard in the same way that Stormblood didn't hit as hard as Heavensward. IMO. Yeah, it is a them problem. Yeah, and, I mean, Heavensward and Stormblood are interesting things to compare. I should probably, like, keep playing. Jan, I guarantee you won't find any loose rivets. We triple checked. Estinian. Moment is at hand, Warrior of Light. Fuck, it sure is. Hey, Sid. Hi, Gale, old friend. The cutters are ready when you are. The finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through that wind barrier like a cement drill through cottage cheese. Sermet, excuse me. And that, my friends, is a Garland Ironworks guarantee. You have our thanks. Come, Warrior of Light. The dread worm awaits. Okay. Do you think it's funny that these mana cutters are basically flying motorcycles? Yes. which absolutely Estinian has never touched before. He's gonna fucking crush it, though, is the thing. Spooky. The area now accessible. But yeah, Heavensward and Stormblood specifically are an interesting sort of like case study, like comparing the two of them, because they both have very, very similar setups, where it's like a major conflict that we were made aware of over the course of like the main MSQ, and then like resolving that conflict. I do generally agree with the analysis that Alamigo was kind of sidelined in its own expansion. But at the same time, like, it's still a case where it's just like... Part of me wants to say that, like, doing Alamigo in its own expansion and giving Authored its own expansion would have been better. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, I mean, that's, what, another 3 years to, like, drag the story out? We will never get Alamigan Restoration. I mean, you don't know that. Hey, you don't know that. Like I said, they're listening. They're always listening! They got ears everywhere! Those ears are as big as AIGEAD's! Look at those things! Anyway. They're max fucking meter! Gage, they don't give the zones, even give the zones actual names. Sure they do. Give that overgrown lizard a kick in the tail for me, eh? We'll be waiting for you, AIGEAD. See, like, hold on. Let me, they got a... Ralger's Reach, the Fringes, the Peaks, the Locks. They got names, clearly. To the Mana Cutter's Warrior of Light, the Dread Worm awaits. Fun! Alright. Okay, so we got Temple Chirurgeon, Temple Banneret, and then our boy, Estinian. Okay, I gotta head out. Alright, you have a good one, Cal. I will have fun kicking giant lizards. And I fixed my portrait before this, so it should show up when we get started. Excuse me. Wee, fun, haha. Oh. Hey, look at this. Wicked mortals, I shall melt your flesh and turn your bones to ash. Whoa! Oh, so that's interesting. So, bit of a peek behind the curtain for you. In the original version of this, because you need to remember, this dungeon was created before they did, trusts and, like, duty support. So when you come in here, when you came in here in, like, the original, or I would assume, like, still in, like, the... Actually, I don't know if it would still be in the normal, but in the original version of this, in, like, when this, like, patch released, you and Estinian get pretty explicitly separated. And he doesn't show up again until the final boss. Oh, that's why Estinian said I like not the sound of that thunder. This is some fucking FF10 shit. I gotta dodge it 100 times so that I can get the fucking relic weapon. That's not how that works in this game. Could you imagine, though? This lightning has it out for me. It's because I'm carrying a giant sword, isn't it? I have got to remember to use my mitigation. I should be better about this. Like, I was doing, like, duty roulette the other day where I was using tank. But then I was also using Gunbreaker. And, like, I feel like Gunbreaker's a little bit easier to manage mitigation with because you have so many fucking options. Like, even at lower levels. God, I fucking love Gunbreaker. Gunbreaker was one of the, my goals when I, like, started playing, Final Fantasy XIV again. It's just like, I want to get a sword with a gun on it. Rang da, more like rang da bell. You must tread carefully, your lightning won't save you now. This dragon was responsible? I didn't realize that, like, the temple folk were going to have dialogue. That's pretty cool. No, don't go over there. Ah. Okay. Oh shit. Blackened statue is pulverized? What? What statue? Whoa. Oh. I see. I understand. GGEZ, idiot. I'm gonna take whatever this is. Orthodox shit. Alright. Whee! Ow, fuck. Oh. Okay, we're good. I remember when I was, prepping to, they have the advantage here. Fuck, they sure do. Even so, we must remain calm. I remember I was seeing a lot of people, like, talking about, like, oh, this is gonna be my Dawn Trail glam. And I was just like, that's neat. I want to do that. And, I decided I was going to make my Dawn Trail glam, like... Oh, shit. I'm actually almost dead. I thought about the possibility of, like, making my Dawn Trail glam, like, an armor set from, like, a dungeon. Until I realized that, like, I didn't already have, like, a lot of stuff from that dungeon for what I was looking to do. And it was going to take a really long time for me to get any of it. So I was just like, oh, this was a mistake. I'm gonna open this real quick. Clear prism. Yeah, get his ass. Fuck it up, Stidian. I was watching a video today from a guy who was talking about M. Night Shyamalan movies. From the perspective of, like, being actually, like, a genuine fan of Shyamalan's work and wanting to prove that, like, you know, there's at least something good in each one of his films. And a running bit for the video itself, it was good video, by the way. A running bit for the video itself was that he seemed to always have trouble bringing up what Shyamalan may or may not have made in 2010. Which, if you know anything about M. Night Shyamalan's filmography, you know what came out in 2010. And, Gascutus. This one appears stronger than the others, but it matters little. I'm gonna bop him one. Bop! This one's got kind of a fucked up nose. And, like I said, the video was interesting. It actually made me kind of want to check out more of Shyamalan's, like, whole filmography beyond, like, what I've already seen. And I haven't seen a lot. I've seen the one movie from 2010 and Unbreakable, and that's it. But, like, it made me want to watch The Sixth Sense and Signs and Ernest. It made me want to check out The Village. Maybe Lady in the Water. But not Split. And not Glass. I'm going to take a firm stance against those ones. I'm sorry. Hey, y'all, don't stand there. But yeah, it definitely made me want to check out more of his films. But the thing that I found very funny... I also want to check out Knock at the Cabin, honestly. But the thing that I found very funny at the end of the video was that he finally acknowledges that he's been kind of talking around the topic of The Last Airbender. And what follows is him basically admitting that, like, yeah, no, there's really not a whole lot of genuinely good stuff in that movie, and it's kind of just across the board sort of awful. But then I think the funniest way that that is resolved is that he determines that by being the absolute worst of the library, its true value is as a benchmark to judge the rest of the films by. And I think it's just really funny to me that just like, that's right, the lasting legacy of The Last Airbender is that it gives us something to, like, compare the rest of Shyamalan's filmography to. So, like, movies that, like, everyone thought were, like, the worst before are now just, like, not nearly as bad because it's just like, hey, it's not The Last Airbender. The Happening. I also want to watch The Happening. The Happening looks fucking hilarious. Also, maybe Lady in the Water. Woof. So Yoshida said that while there are no current plans to add another race, he said whether or not there will be more depends on the players. And he did mention how before Hrothgar they were thinking of adding a lizard race. Ooh. So much in the same way that Hrothgars are a upgrade of Mikote, lizard race would be an upgrade of the Ora. I of course hope someday they go back to that plan, and I don't really wear helmets, so yeah, but I like nice hats. And they're still dragging their feet on making everything compatible with Viera. Also, at the end of that video, he did end up admitting that, like, the one good thing about Last Airbender, like, the one legitimately good thing about it, is that it's, the choreography is really good. They said they were working on a better way to implement helmets for them. I just think it's really weird that, like, Viera and Hrothgar have been around since Shadowbringers, and they're still making helmets that don't work for them. You know? Like, I can understand having trouble with the stuff that came before, but why are you making new ones that don't work? Their defense, when they implemented the two races, they warned everyone they'd be limited. Right, and again, I don't have I'm less upset about, like, previous stuff not working. It's more like the new stuff doesn't work. Okay. Whew. Airy Apex. The Apex area. You'd think the events and Mog Station updates and new gear would be added with Viera and Hrothgar in mind. You would think. I need Nidhogg. He seems mad. Do you think he's mad at us? Istinian, do you think he's mad at us? Do you think he's upset? Is he angry? Are you angry with us? I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna kick your ass now. This ends here, Nidhogg. Fuck, man, it sure does. Tremble at my fury. Ooh, I'm quaking in my fucking boots. Oh, that's a big AoE, actually. Yep, the lizards are taller than Rogadine and they're more muscular than male Hrothgar. Maybe it's just going to be the Banga. Woo! There's a chance it will be inspired by Banga, yeah. I mean, we know the Banga are there, like they're in the game. Like they could just be like, surprise, it's Banga now. Ooh. Crosscar probably end up having their own anatomy. Oh no, NIDHOGG'S Rancor, like from Star Wars. We shall see whose rage is the greater. Ow. My fucking skin. Oh, my fucking bones. Wow, they're just getting up in his gooch. Ah, Stinian! I didn't help with that at all, but that's fine. Anyway, it's done. Whew. Wow, Stinian, where did you find the time to get your armor all fucked up? Oh. And he's running away. Well, alright then. On your guard. Our work here is not yet done. I like that he's just looking up. Oh, you two are adorable. Alright, let's get on out of here. Roar of the Worm, Equestrian Roll, Orthodox Chain, do I have that one? Oh, that's one I don't got. Cool. I need to get those things out of my fucking inventory. It's fucking materia. Shit. Shit. Ooh. Damn, owned. Thou wouldst use mine own eye against me. Time hath done naught to dilute thy kind's depravity. I have not forgotten thee, Dragoon. Mine essence claimed thee once, and shall do so again. He's talking about the Dragoon storyline. Like the quests.
No worm! This ends here!
Yeah, get his ass. Damn, he spoded. Oh, nasty.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Oh. Oof, my heart. Congratulations. You have gained a third Jolly Rancher. Your reward is the truth. That's a line from the Silent Hill movie. Just so you know. Just so you know. Gifted him eternal darkness? That's so rare and valuable. I have that game. I just don't got the instruction manual for it, for whatever reason. I wish I could buy the instruction manual separately. Is this voiced? I think thematically it ought to be.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Okay, good. Excuse me.
The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
Yeah,
Not in
man,
vain,
sucks.
my lord. Kreisfelger is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
Excuse me.
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertree, for dispelling my remaining
I don't mean
doubts.
to interrupt. It's just
With
coughing.
men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown.
Ugh.
Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
What a cool helmet. Wish I could wear it.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
I feel like I'm giving them shit for the helmet thing a lot today.
We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
This motherfucker named Flavian.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldrath, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
He's the Forgotten Knight. Do you get it? He's the one the tavern's named after. This is the reference. This is when everyone learns how to pronounce the house names. I wasn't paying attention. Did they say it already?
Forton, Heilenat, Dyrendare, and Zemile.
Oh, there it is.
But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
An artist I follow is doing a 15K follow giveaway raffle, and I can't gather up my fucking references yet, because I'm here playing the video game. But it's fine.
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded?
Oh, you know, just visions of the past. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Bunny, 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 banani, banani, banoi, banani.
You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg.
That's right. I should probably give that back
The
to...
legend of Ishgard's founding
Race
tells
Felder.
that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its
gouged
power
out 2
to
of them.
every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon.
Hey, Estinian, wait, hold up. Because there were 2... Okay, never mind. You're not paying attention.
A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
I might take this back to Huesvelgo.
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
Wait, hold on. Did they not know that this is Hraesvelgur's eye yet? I actually forget if that came up in the conversation. In my defense, that was last week. Wow,
It was a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side.
Yeah, you're more like a
I
Crimson
would fain
Dragoon
return
now.
with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph.
Maybe you want to wash that? It's gonna get gross.
But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
They don't say it yet, but that exchange with Justinian was a hint. Oh, yeah. And this is Justinian being like, yeah, we need to talk to Hraesvelgr. I know exactly what's going on here. Though Nidhogg is fallen, my heart is yet heavy, and this stain of corruption pleases me not. When all's been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew. Yeah, I would maybe recommend cleaning that sooner rather than later. Okay, we're not worrying about it? Alright. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Hraesvelgr remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. No, by all means, trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. And there he goes. And because we just got it in the course of the story, let's see if we can't track down... Where the fuck is the mana cutter? Where the funk? What the scallop? Striped ray. That's not a mana cutter. Here it is. Ooh, I'm one away from having 100 mounts. That's pretty neat. Wouldn't it be great if they inserted some lines here and there in the Heavensward MSQ just to remind the player Justinian removes his armor and takes baths when he has to? No. That would be ridiculous, because then we couldn't make jokes about him being smelly and not bathing. Is that possibly unfair to him? Perhaps. But also, he is a fictional character. So I've been watching... So I recently finished rewatching the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's really good. I really like it a lot. Is super good movie series. But I did start watching Rings of Power once I finished. And I'm about 4 episodes in. And it's fine so far. Like, it's alright. Like, I can't say I dislike it. Oh, hey, Ysael's here. Hi, Ysael. Everyone say hi to Ysael. She has scarce moved since last we parted. Hraesvelgr's confession will soon shake her from her stupor. Ysael, you been standing here a whole week? 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hraesvelgr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learn the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. AIGEAD SHARK toots as she pleases. Show me toot. There I go. It's a hell of a toot. Oh god, I gotta read Hraesvelgr's lines, that's right. Hey, big fella. How you doing? impenitent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Twould seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield 1/2 of my strength. Here, take a look at this. Boop. Just pop that back in there. Smile. Uh-oh. Echo. Vestinian was in Stormblood. Vestinian, aren't you going to put on your swimwear? This is my swimwear. Vestinian is in Stormblood. What are you talking about? If you're doing the Dragoon quest, that is. Which I haven't. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratataskor's eyes and glut their appetites upon her essence. Oh God, she is slain then. What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elazin. But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratatoskr her life, and me mine eyes. I love them doing, like, surprised expression on Hraesvelgr. It's very cute. Oh, my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. I'm gonna be so excited to get to dragons that speak English again. Hraesvelgr, 'twas thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee an eye to me, and let that be thy penance. Excuse me. Oh. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. You alright? Schwarp. My vengeance is begun! It has begun! I just remember there was something I wanted to talk about that I don't think I talked about yesterday. Thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us. And you just gave it to him?
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
The peace my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me to remorse? Go, mortals. Take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spelleth naught but misery. Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Damn, fucked up if true. They sound like they're saying Nidhogg in Japanese. We did it! Hooray! Hey, Sale, how you feeling about that? And thus did betrayal beget unending vengeance. Unrest in Ishgard. Though he lifted not a single claw, 'twould seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us.
"'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment."
I mean, yeah, that's how vengeance works, generally.
You have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete.
Well, I feel like this has been a very constructive meeting of the Mass Murderers Support Group. Let's move on to the next part of the story.
We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
Who can say? Maybe it doesn't matter.
Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard?
Maybe he's an idiot?
Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
I believe her. And not just because she's
Mark
cute.
the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvogr was right about us. Let us away, warrior of light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Yeah, alright.
Wait! I would join you!
Yeah, okay.
There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Yeah, okay.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
We're only halfway through the expansion. This isn't even close to the final chapter in this damnable war. So you guys are just kind of hanging out at your big fuck-off round table while...
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence.
Okay, they are, yeah. Alright.
But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
Oh, is he not going to bang his staff on the ground? Ugh. This Pope sucks. Oh, hey, La Habrea.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
I feel like anytime I see La Habrea now, it's just going in like the pre-Endwalker stuff. It's just going to be like, why are you white? And I know there is a legitimate story reason for like why he would be. And it's a combination of they hadn't designed that version of him yet, and La Habrea as an Ascian was never concerned with like molding the appearance of the bodies he possessed to like the appearance of the body he preferred. Estinian shrugging. And Horshavan just goes along with it. Horshavan's just like, yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense for y'all. Let's go. She can hang out.
There!
Where? Oh, there.
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She has come.
Did you not hear? She said stop.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. The war is ended. Nidhogg is no more.
Yeah, he's like super dead.
Aye, it is so. This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the great worm low.
God, she's really yelling.
The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends. He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
It's not... I wouldn't look at it like
No, my
that.
friend.
Okay.
Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
All the heretics just like leaving really sadly. They're just like, man, we really wanted to take down Ishgard. It sucks.
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Also, I'll like totally kill you if you go after her. I'm just saying. That was Estinian saying that. Not me, even though my mouth was moving. I forgot how many cutscenes there were here. I haven't gotten a chance to talk about the thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, here we go. So, Sonic Channel, like, I think it's the Japanese Sonic, like, website, like, the official one, is currently holding a poll for a character to be featured in a calendar entry. And the last time that they did something like this, or at least one of the last notable times they did something like this, the winner was Princess Elise from Sonic 06. And everyone loved it. Because it was the first time that Princess Elise had been depicted in, like, modern Sonic style since Sonic 06 itself. This month, they have put up a poll to decide whether it's going to be Shadow the Hedgehog, Vector the Crocodile, Mephiles the Dark, or Sonic Man. And I want to go ahead and paint this picture here. Shadow is an increasingly distant third place on this poll. What is arguably one of the most popular Sonic the Hedgehog characters is getting fucking stomped by one of the most, like, kind of dull villains the series has, like, okay, I probably wouldn't say that, like, Mephiles the Dark is worse than the Deadly Six. I think Mephiles the Dark is way more interesting than the Deadly Six. But he's getting stomped by Mephiles the Dark and Sonic Man, who's kind of like a tokusatsu parody of Sonic that was like an NPC in Sonic 06. And that's hilarious. Like, I wish it would be Vector. Yeah, I mean, like, Vector didn't fucking stand a chance in this poll. If we're being entirely honest, there was no way it was going to be Vector. Like, even if Mephiles and Sonic Man weren't on this poll, like, Shadow would still be on it, like, realistically speaking. And it's just so interesting to, like, watch this unfold, because Mephiles and Sonic Man have been going at it for days, just neck and neck. Like, trading off first place, like, again and again. And it's kind of funny. What I've observed, and I don't know, and, you know, correlation does not imply causation. But what I've observed is that when I get up in the morning, because I have to get up pretty early for work, I have to be up and on my workstation by like 7 a.m. When I look at the poll, when I would look at the poll in the morning, Mephiles would have like a pretty decent chunk of lead, and then just like over the course of the day, Sonic Man would gain like significantly more ground. And what that says to me, the fact that Sonic Man seems to gain the most ground over the course of the day in the Western Hemisphere, is that American Sonic fans think Sonic Man is really, really funny. And, like, I'm wondering, like... there's a part of me thinking just, like, do Japanese Sonic fans think that, like... I don't know anything about, like, Japanese Sonic fan perception of, like, characters over time. Like, do they think that, like, Mephiles is, like, a chuny weirdo? And they're, like, casting all their votes for him, and then, like, people in the US think that Sonic Man is just such a fucking funny concept for a character that they keep voting him once they wake up. I will say, there's about an hour and a half left on this poll. Mephiles the Dark, who I voted for, I'm Team Mephiles, has a 2% lead over Sonic Man right now. Where Mephiles the Dark has commanded 46% of the votes, Sonic Man has commanded 44%, Shadow is 8%, and Vector is 2%. And that's really fucking funny to me. Like, I don't want to, like, it bothers me to see people, like, try and, rewrite history with Sonic 06 about it being sort of like an underappreciated gem. It's not. It's a terrible fucking game. It is completely broken. The story is whack-ass garbage. It's not a good game. Like, period. You know? But, like, I think in a lot of cases, opinions of it have come around to the point where, like, the reason that opinions on it have come around so much is in part because, like, it was such a joke for so long. And it's kind of like you have to remember that, like, for the longest time, the standard sort of, like, engagement with Sonic the Hedgehog as a series involved a lot of, like, self-referential self-deprecation. And there was a point at which people got kind of annoyed that the Sonic series seemed to, like, coast on making fun of itself between, like, some of the stuff in the game, some of the stuff in the animated series, some of the stuff in the Twitter account. And, like, it got to the point of, like, people, like, constantly bringing up the same jokes about it, especially from, like, stuff from, like, the late 2010s. Not just Sonic 06, but, like, talking about, like, the fucking werehog and shit like that. That, like, part of the reason that there has been a sort of, like, brief spike in trying to rewrite history on Sonic 06 is probably as part of, like, a pushback against that. And also because, like, it's kind of this idea of, like, people sort of wanting to rescue good concepts from Sonic 06. Like, we did it, guys. Silver is a really fun character now. We did it. He's been rescued from Sonic 06. I'm so glad. Sonic Man was kind of like a recurring, like, minor bit in the Archie comics towards the end of their run, which was really funny. And Mephiles the Dark got a plush toy recently. I have one. I have a Mephiles the Dark plush toy. I don't know where it is right now. I think it got packed up and it hasn't been unpacked yet. I want to find it sometime. Because, like, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't one of my favorite, like, plush toy possessions. Let us see how long this peace lasts. Hi, Horchefont. That was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You returned to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Yeah, it's a long story. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Helone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, AIGEAD? Bunny bunny, banani 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 banoi, bunny bunny bunny, bunny bunny. Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mists together? Along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance. Nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Fortal Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well. AIGEAD and I shall await you there. Oh, okay. I guess we'll go for Fortal Manor. But, like, I've seen a lot of, like, really good fan art of people drawing Sonic Man. It's really good. It's really good. There's been a lot of things recently that have been, like spurning me on. Spurn? Is that the word I'm looking for? Spurring me onward? Spurring me on to, like, play certain games on stream. And I've been trying to, like, work out, like, my schedule and everything. In terms of, like, what I want to stream and when. And part of me is wondering, like... Here's the thing. Because this is a hobby, but it's also kind of a second job. I am very occasionally getting paid for this, after all. And, like, part of the reason that I sort of, like, try to cap my streams at, like, on average 2.5 to 3 hours, at least recently, is to avoid, like, really burning myself out. Whenever I've, like, had to deal with, like, serious burnout, it's always been when I've had, like, some sort of, like, major event that I've streamed for, you know? Like, oh, I'm going to stream all of these games. I'm going to spend all day streaming all of these games from beginning to end. Welcome, Mr. SHARK. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yeah, man. So, me trying to, like, limit that, I think is really kind of one of the big things that sort of, like, keeps me, maintaining this, on average, like, 2.5 to 3 hour stream length.
Praise Helone, you are safe.
But it does mean that I don't have, like, as much time for, like, streaming certain games that I want to stream as I would like. I want to finish this thought before we continue. You know what? No, we'll watch the cutscene and then I'll continue talking about it.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Bunny, bunny, banani, banani.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question.
Is that so bad? Realistically
speaking,
okay.
Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his knights 12.
Oh no, but the aristocracy!
Blood is required to confirm their lineage.
But the aristocracy,
if the
though!
Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Do it. Raise the matter with the Archbishop. Wait, actually, hold on.
Consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
I would like for that not to happen.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known.
Hell yeah.
You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
He has a point.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
Which they absolutely will.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
The vault, you say? That sounds fun.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Rumors, you say? What could that mean?
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son.
Oh. But she just kind of said it.
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Damn, Estinian.
Hear, hear. The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Emmerich, Estinian, and Horstefant are all besties, so...
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emeric more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
I feel like the... Oh. Uh-huh.
Even you?
I mean, yeah.
Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I have not been one to be called wreckful. I'm hoping that, like, the upgrade to the graphics helps out a lot of the Elezen with, like, default Elezen face, like Horstefant. God, imagine what Horstefant's gonna look like in fucking upgrade graphics. Damn. Imagine it, if you will.
I thank you all for your support.
You're welcome. Hope the graphical update fixes armored Estinian's face. But probably won't. Alright. What are our thoughts? Of all the people, he should know better. Far be it from me to criticize a man for his blind idealism, but he might at least have pretended to consider another course. If we must risk the fortunes of our house to bring this truth to light, then so be it. But are you truly prepared to do this? To face the Heaven's Ward in battle, if you must. I did it once, I can do it again. I'll kick their nerdy asses. Well, they're not nerds, really. They're more like the jocks of this world. Have no fear, Father. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. I promise you, we shall prevail. Foreshadowing is a literary device. Anyway, let's talk to Lucia. Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. The jocks with rich parents, basically. The Lord Commander has need of us, and we of him. We must act now. Oh, that's unvoiced. Okay. So, something that I've been, like, wondering about recently is, like, future streams. And, like, what I'm going to be doing for them. Like, for example, we finished Deadly Premonition 2. We're going to be starting Bayonetta 3 back up tomorrow, but I've been wondering about what to do on my off weeks. Next week, there's going to be a demo for a new game called Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, based on the Grand Blue franchise, which is primarily a gacha game for, like, phones, which I don't play, but I know people who do play it. And there's exactly 3 things that I know about Grand Blue. That's it. But it's just like, it's not a gacha game. It's like a co-op action RPG. And like, I've seen like a particular friend of mine talking about it a lot because she's like a huge Grand Blue fan. And I'm kind of interested in it. In playing it as, like, a game in this franchise that I would actually, like, engage with on, like, a decent level. Like, I don't like gacha games. I've tried gacha games before. They haven't clicked with me. And I know the only other game I know of in that franchise that has, like, any sort of, like, big presence is the fighting game. Which I also don't play fighting games. So, this might be my like best opportunity to like engage with the franchise. If I find out that the demo is long enough, then I might go ahead and do that for like next week's Friday stream. But then it's like, okay, then what am I going to do on my off weeks? Because I finished Deadly Premonition 2. And I've in recent months, I've like kind of ping-ponged between like, oh, I'm kind of in a Spider-Man mood, oh, I'm kind of in a Lord of the Rings mood. So it was either going to be continuing with Spider-Man playthroughs or playing a new Lord of the Rings game. And then for Saturdays, it's like, you know, we're going to be doing Alan Wake 2, the final draft. And eventually Alone in the Dark is going to come out at some point. I hope. But it's not come out yet. And I was just thinking of like, okay, what am I going to do on Saturdays then? Am I going to finally play Callisto Protocol? Am I going to do a Sonic game, which I still need to wait for like new art for that. But let's finish this cutscene and I'll talk more about it. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alphino. Not even the assembled might of House Vortal and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses. Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmerich's rescue, knowing the truth that he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphino, and I would have you and AIGEAD reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Uh-huh. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Istinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. They'll love it. They'll make popcorn, even. How very wise. AIGEAD, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Uh-huh. So then basically what I decided is that, or what I have decided at this point, is that I don't know if I'm 100% ready to commit to doing like another full like Spider-Man game playthrough, or if I'm ready to do whatever I decide the next Lord of the Rings playthrough is, which it might be the Hobbit game that came out around the time of Fellowship of the Ring for the Xbox. Maybe. It's a big maybe. I do have that game. But, like, it could also be potentially something else. I think that guy was here last time doing that same thing to Sidurgu. Anyway. It would seem that the Forgotten Knight was spared the worst of the earlier chaos. Yeah, I would imagine most of the places that we have to go to would similarly look the same. AIGEAD, Alphino, gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibberlant and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? Bunny bunny banani 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 banoi bunny 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 banani nani nani. You're not serious. What was Sir Emmerich thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they will be of much use. The only thing that I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if ever I have heard one. Alpha no homophobia moments. But mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make the inquiries below. Let us all make inquiries below. To the broom. Wait, does this let out in the broom? Oh shit, it does. I don't usually come down here for this. So ultimately what I decided is that because I didn't know if I wanted to commit to either of those games, what I'm going to do instead is, and also because I really want to play Sonic 06 on stream, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do Callisto Protocol on my off Fridays, my normal off Fridays, which may be next week if I find out that like the Grand Blue Fantasy Relink demo is only like an hour or half an hour or something.
Eh, what's that? Speak up. I can't hear as well as I used to.
Good talk. So I'm finally going to play through Callisto Protocol, which I guess I'm excited about. Hey, Broom Rat.
I don't know a gosh damn thing about the mongrel, but if I do, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you.
Why are they throwing snowballs at me? Stop it. Fuck. And then once I finish Alan Wake 2, as long as the art for Sonic streams has been finished, I'll probably dip into Sonic 06. Which will be fun. Broom Starveling.
A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here.
I'm glad we've all had this talk. As for what I'll play after Callisto Protocol, who fucking knows, honestly. Who fucking knows how long that's going to take me. I feel like I could probably blast through Callisto Protocol on, like, New Game Plus pretty easily. But it's going to be a hell of a thing when I get to the DLC, which I have not played yet. Hey, guys.
At first, the people here were a bit standoffish, but with little effort and a lot of parley, I've managed to make plenty of friends. Not a single shred of information, just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the mass's complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever.
Oh, and what?
If you haven't yet, you should learn the Mandeville art of parley. It's surprisingly effective, so long as you stick to topics you know well. For example, the other day I was discussing the copper ore market with this one gentleman.
Oh my god. Tataru knows the Mandeville art of parley. I didn't expect that to, like, exist in a capacity outside of the Hildebrand questline. But it makes so much sense.
Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibralont knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than others.
And there he goes. Wait, not this way. I gotta go upstairs, that's right. Where are the stairs here, actually, that I need to take? Oh, right. The Broom is such a weird area. Da 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 da. Hey, man. Hey, my guy. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, AIGEAD. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction. But to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Yeah, man. I'll get your weed. How long am I going for? 2 hours? feel like I've spent a lot of that. Much like yesterday, I feel like I've got a lot to talk about recently, and the games that I've been playing have been ones where it's just like I've had to do like a lot of voice acting. So I end up just like stopping in the middle of like doing things so that I can talk about what I want to talk about for like an extended period of time without getting fucking interrupted. First name Hulking, last name Hunter. Hello, Mr. Hunter. So you're Gilberlone's servant girl. Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always. Right, right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody weed. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Thanks for the weed, man. I can't believe I just visited Gilberlone's pot dealer. That's not what it is. Excuse me. There's one thing I hate about getting colds. It's that I am a bitch who coughs a lot. I am the bitch who coughs. That guy looks like he might be doing the Dark Knight quest line, just based on his gear. Level 54, Dark Knight? Yeah. Well, you going to hand him over or not? What's that? Oh. Excuse me. Goodness fucking gracious. Here's your weed, man. Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are few things which stir the hearts of men, like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Is that a hint? Are you giving me a hint? Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know of who's rather fond of this blend. Hieritha is her name. She resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, it'd be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Yeah, okay. I could use a bit of busy work, honestly. Like, I've been doing, like, fucking major world-shaking plot stuff this whole stream. Yeah, I'm okay with a couple fetch quests. Excuse me. Oh, we gotta go down to the Athenium Astrologic. Come! One thing that I know that I really want to do is I was talking about this yesterday, and I've kind of started to get the wheels rolling on it. I think I was talking about it yesterday. Is I want to do, like, a replay of the Darksiders games. Because, like, Darksiders 1 and 2 are, like, particularly old streams of mine. Like, Darksiders 1 isn't even the War Mastered Edition. It's, like, the original Darksiders 1. And I have been wanting to play Genesis for the longest time, but just never really got around to, like, getting the art for it. There was always, like, something else that I, like, kind of prioritized over it. So, like I said, I did get the ball rolling on that, and at some point I am going to do a replay of the first 3 Darksiders games before going into Genesis. I will not be rereading the book. I already did that on the book club, and I did it before I was a VTuber when I had a face cam that I used on occasion. So you can go watch that and see my face. I'm very pretty. I have a message on Discord. What is that? Hold on. Friend of the stream and roommate, Opal, has sent me something. I'm trying to see what it was. Oh. It's a clip. Alan Wake got announced as a new survivor for Dead by Daylight, which I feel better about than Alan Wake being announced as like a character in Fortnite, but I'm not really a Dead by Daylight person. If I was a Dead by Daylight person, I would already be playing it after they had done the Silent Hill crossover. But wow, apparently Matthew Peretta just really went ham in the recording booth based on that clip. Holy shit. Yes, I am Hyretha. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, miss? Yeah, I got this wine. Here you go. I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal! I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was a Hure made it so much. Well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets, like so much refuse. After she returned to the Broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Interesting. There's just a lot of stuff that I want to get to, and it really all sort of boils down to, like, I want to be a variety streamer because, like, I don't want, like, my tastes are robust. Like, there's a lot of games I really like. And a lot of types of games that I really like. Like, fucking God, I'm gonna be getting the goddamn Trace Memory remake this month. I'm excited for that. Because that was a game that I always wanted to try when I was younger. But never got the chance to, and never ended up being able to, like, pick it up on, like, secondhand or anything like that. So there being a remake, like, that's a big deal. It makes me wonder how close we are to a hotel. Jesus, fuck! Oh, there in the world is Carmen Sandiego. What the fuck? Good lord. There's part of me that wonders if there's like an icon that I could put next to my name to indicate that like I'm streaming right now. I feel like that could be fun. It would also probably result in me potentially getting bullied, but like I would imagine like there may be people who try to like track down the stream of whoever it is that like they're on camera for, you know? So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Gerald Joe, for example. Surely you've heard of him. No? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the Broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibits spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Let me guess. Yep. Oh. Goodness gracious. Alley-oop. I took a shortcut. The cost? My knees. Hey, my man. Halone's blessings be upon you, Miss, A gift? For me? Yeah, here you go. The scent! How reminiscent of a wine I once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those ever in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. It was that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. Fucked up, if true. But yeah, like, I don't necessarily like the idea of, like, locking myself into, like, a particular genre. Because, like, what happens if the well runs dry, you know? Like, I really like horror games, but, like, what happens when I run out of, like, good horror games to play and I need to start, like, scraping the bottom of the barrel? I'd end up being a FNAF streamer. Got him! Anyway. That's a joke, by the way. I'm being facetious. She was a remarkable woman, AIGEAD. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, or her daughter's future. Goodness gracious. I might need to go get a cough drop or something. I'm gonna need to be right back, y'all. Alright, we're back. And I have a cough drop. But yeah, it's a question of being interested in a lot of things, wanting to play a lot of things. The problem, of course, ending up that I have so much I want to do and not a whole lot of time to do it. It was nice when I was doing like 7 streams a week over the course of like 4 days. You know? When I could, like, get through a bunch of stuff I want to do. Like, at some point, I'm going to need to get back to doing the book club for Dishonored the Corroded Man. But I don't fucking know when that's going to be. Because there's other stuff I want to do, but I want to keep playing the Dishonored series. But I have committed to game, book, you know? Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, AIGEAD, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Yeah, alright. The other day I was actually trying to, like, work out the sound of AIGEAD's name. The thing is that, so, it's an Irish word, right? It means acid. It's the joke. Technically speaking, AIGEAD Shork is shark acid because of the way that, like, adjectives work in Irish. Shork AIGEAD would be, acid shark. And that's why that is my, Xbox gamer tag. Also, my pronunciation is probably like garbage, but like I remember when I was listening to pronunciations of it, I tend to pronounce it with sort of an L sound towards the end, but that's really kind of a shorthand to get like my tongue in the right place when I say AIGEAD. It's just kind of the way that, like, the GEAD works and like how those sounds kind of combine, where it's like, it's not galed, it's more of a gaed. But like when you say it fast, like AIGEAD, and it's not a sound that you're kind of used to making with your mouth, kind of putting that subtle L sound towards the end and saying it like AIGEAD, really makes it easier to kind of get out. In the way that it sort of needs to be. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? Well, glad I am making an impression. Oh wait, is Alphino back in the Forgotten Night? Am I just like making this longer for myself by going this way? A little bit. A little bit. The tragedy of the high collar. There he is. Hey, man. Have you made any progress, AIGEAD? Bunny, bunny, banani, banani, banana, 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 banana. So our mongrel was born of an Elzen nobleman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. Fire and blood. Alphino is considering how best to proceed with the hunt for the mongrel. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries of her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, AIGEAD. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Yeah, alright. I see a sparkly. I'm gonna go to the sparkly. Alpha, no. Alpha, no, there's a sparkly over there. I'm gonna go check it out. Where could she have gone? AIGEAD, try looking for her over there. I'm gonna go look at Sparkle. Sparkle. Look at that. It's so shiny. No. You cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tataru. Well, dip. Did you happen to find a copy of Xenoblade 2? Not recently, no. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either? Oh, there she is. Because I have bad news on that front. Oh, no. Ah! I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. Wait, down there. Isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, AIGEAD, after them. Uh-huh. Xenoblade 2 is listed among some recent leaked out-of-production physical releases. Oh. I should probably pick up a copy soon. Are there any others I should be worried about?
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
Oh, this one's voiced, thank God.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Damn, he got us.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
No.
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Hey, girl,
Lay
hey.
a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand.
It's true, I get very bitey.
And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Oh, well, if you ask it like that. Okay, let's take a look. So, physical games that are going out of print. Paper Mario, Origami King, have it. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, don't really care for it. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening might be one that I want to try and pick up. Pikmin 3 Deluxe, have it. Metroid Dread, have it. Ooh, Kirby Star Allies. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, probably gonna want to pick that up now. Fire Emblem Engage already? Really? That's wild. Didn't that, like, just come out? Didn't WarioWare just come out? Now I'm worried about Three Houses. Blech. I don't have it, but it would hate to see the physical going up. For sure, for sure. WarioWare flopped hard, that's probably why. Damn, that sucks. Super Mario Odyssey. I don't have Super Mario Odyssey. Maybe I should pick that up at some point. So, of what's on this list, I would say that there's a couple that I should probably think about picking up. That's going to have to be something I look into another time, though. Hello, beggarly fellow. Whatever it is you've got to say, say it. Hello, filthy fellow. I've got my eye on you. For once, it would seem the fates are smiling upon us. Had those ruffians forced our hand, I dare not think what would have ensued. I probably would have murdered them. But they didn't much care for my story about the weathered cane. What are your thoughts on all this, Golden? Thought to take a stroll through the broom and remind yourself how good you got it? I swear, you people. That's not what's happening. Okay. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? Forgotten Night, say. Yeah, alright. I'd say it seems a little unbelievable that there's like some games on here that like are still like relatively popular or relatively recent that are being discontinued. But also like it wouldn't really surprise me, in all honesty. Oh. Okay. I think it best if you take the lead this time, AIGEAD.
If you're nervous, I could try parleying with them on our behalf. Perhaps they'd be interested in techniques for working lounge logs. Or maybe the tale of the cursed gladius? Oh, I know, the legendary skillet. Everyone loves that one.
Who do I know that has a legendary skillet? Truly it is the Manderville Art of Parlay. Hey girl, hey. I hope if I do end up getting a PS5 that the fan doesn't go fucking wild whenever I play Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe then I can turn off the weird fucking, like, noise canceling thing that I've got for OBS. And thus, when I scream, it won't, like, constantly cut me off. Is this voiced? Please be voiced.
So.
Oh, thank God.
While you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
That's about the long and short of it, yeah.
Eh? What are they on about?
The high houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
That's not good.
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy.
Oh, this fucking guy.
And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir would be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Huh, okay.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
This guy sucks, and I hate him. I'm ready to beat him up. Okay. Oh, let me get out of there. Okay. Fence with Shari Bear, kill the rebels. Damn, there's no end to them. There's a lot. It's a lot. Bar sounding ass. Suppose now is as good a time as any. For what? Ah, Ruby Carbuncle! Yeah, get the ass. Oh, hey, Horsevon. Listen, don't worry about. You should go. You don't need to be here. The noble bastard and the Mungo bitch. That's not very nice. That's kind of mean, actually. Haha, gotcha, idiot. Alphino's Carbuncle should have had an Alphino wig. It should have. You're correct, 100%.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
Damn, sick flips, bro. It's just backflipping all over the place.
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
Hey, I would have been real careful.
I thought the Heavens Ward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavens Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
That's some bullshit.
Then the Heavens Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number.
That's still a good number, I
Who
imagine.
opposed his promotion to Lord Commander have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Oh god, are we gonna be ending on the vault tonight?
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
Oh, we're gonna be finishing on the vault tonight. Oh no.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Aye. Your passion moved me. A bit. That and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Dope. Uh-huh. Excuse me. Hilda, my beloved. Hello, Cal. It's looking like we're going to be ending tonight on the vault. Which is going to be fun. Because then we're taking next week off to do the Hildebrand stuff. I never liked him, not since his days as an Inquisitor. He took far too much pleasure in his work. The straight man character from the Heavensward Hildebrand quests was, I believe, an Inquisitor who served under Cherry Bear. Cherry Bear. Cherry Bear. That's what I'm going to call him. His name is Cherry Bear now. Cherry Bear. I'm gonna spell it. His name is now Cherry Bear. Anyway. Time is of the essence, AIGEAD. We must move quickly before they discern our intent. I had not reckoned with the Temple Knights' involvement, not as enemies at any rate. First Sir Grino and Sir Polocrane. Polocrane? And now this Cherry Bear character. I mean, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are all the Knights of the Heavensward this bad? Heavensward this bad? Probably pronounced Carry Bear. Carry Bear. I don't know. Carry Bear. I don't know what's going on. Bugger me if you ain't everything they say. How in the hell did you do that thing with the other thing? Oh, natural talent, of course. Also, an angry shade told me about it. Hello, sir. Whoo-hoo-hoo! You didn't give back highborn scum? What? You didn't half give that highborn scum what for. That was sight for sore eyes, that was. I don't understand what you're saying. Paul Crane. Let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because that's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pure-blood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. They none of them are well-bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Same story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Helena. Of course, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Right. Stefanivian is House Helenard, isn't he? Yeah. But enough talk. Have at you. Your friend's still rotten in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. Stefanivian is House Helenard, and I've done the Machinist questline. The only good noble is the one who gives poor people guns. Hell yeah, brother. Alright. We gotta keep fucking going. A knight's calling. Oh boy. What's he calling about? We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses. That much I'll acknowledge. This nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that. Nonsense. If not you, then who? Your Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing it first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavensward. That way, they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughtering the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavensward's scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they have been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? You must divert the attention of the High Houses away from the city, and to do that, we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Low-born knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty only out of desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? It's dawning on me that each expansion has had at least one NPC that's had one of the new thingamajigs, the new jobs. isn't it? Because Hilda's technically a machinist. Hilda's a machinist, Hien's a samurai. Also, so is Gosetsu, but Hien's a samurai. Fucking Lena's a dancer. And then Alphino is the one who became a sage. And we also got Zero as a Reaper. So that makes me wonder. Okay, because Krau's going to be the Pictomancer. That's right. Interesting to think about. I mean, we had Xenos as a Reaper. Did we, though? Anyways. Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics for example, then they will be unable to join the defense of the vault. And Meteor, the Viper. Huh, spread false reports of an attack to get them out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the high houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready to go before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided. To the vault. The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Da-da-da-da-da. Is there a DPS that has a sword? Technically? Red Mage doesn't count. That's a fencing foil. That's a rapier. Not a sword. Not a sword. Like, I mean a sword. Is there a DPS that has sword? Red Mage doesn't count. Red Mage doesn't count because I said so. Samurai. Yeah, you're right. Samurai. You seriously mean to attack the vault then, do you? As in, charge in there screaming and swinging steel? Bloody hells. So, what happens if we win? Well, you know, cool things. Only one chance only, AIGEAD. Make it count. Gods help me, I think we just might do this. Yeah, nothing will go wrong. Did you see the way she wielded that weapon of hers? Maybe I should get one for my own protection. Give Tataru a gun! Did that come through? Did I get cut off there? With allies such as these, we cannot fail! Hell yeah, Horsefant. Tataru deserves a gun. You did it. You're in the final dungeon of Heavensward. It came through. Good. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives. Rescue Sir Emmerich and apprehend the Bishop. The Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Estini and I will make ready to breach the underground jail and search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light. Together with Lord Horsefant and Master Alphino, for this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way to the highest levels of the vault, even unto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavens Ward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the jail. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Emmerich and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties? Then let us do what must needs be done. Everyone just left me here. Must needs. Yeah. That's grammatically correct, probably. Let's go to St. Raymond's Cathedral. Cathedral. St. Raymond's Cathedral. In it. God. The Scholastic Kick questline was really good. I wish Inspector Briardian would come back. I miss him. What a good character. My favorite thing about Inspector Briardian is that he's introduced doing like a Sherlock Holmes deduction, and then it turns out he's wrong. Which is very funny to me. Excuse me.
I would be lying if I said the idea of drawing my blade in the vault does not give me pause. But a knight lives to serve, and there is no greater calling than for a knight to save the life of his fellow man. If I must brandish sword and steel in those hallowed halls to do so, then so be it. Our favorite fail guy. Twould seem we must again come to blows with the Heaven's Ward. We emerged from trial by combat relatively unscathed, but I pray we are a match for the whole of their order. Yeah, don't worry, I am. The others are in position, Mr. Sigeld. I will send word once you and your party have entered. The vault now accessible. This is gonna go really well. I feel good about this. Who am I taking with me? Yeah, Horsfawn's coming in. Cool. I didn't know if he would have like a... Oh no, my DualShock battery level! There's gonna be a good dungeon where you can take big pulls. No, I can't. They won't let me. You feel really good about this. One might even say you're really feeling it. One might say that. If one was inclined to. Devote. Get your ass to depose and vote. Anyway. The very first voice acting in a dungeon. Hell yeah. That's pretty cool. Hey guys. I'm gonna get you. But the NPCs need to make sure that this dungeon takes at least half an hour to get through. So the vault is one of those moments in the game that... Oh, I forgot to turn on my tank stance. The vault is one of those moments in the game that, like... It's kind of... I would argue that it's Heavensward's, upon entering the banquet, several cutscenes will play in sequence moment, where it's just like, this is one of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a rite of passage for someone playing Final Fantasy XIV, specifically Heavensward. That's just like, oh, you're at the vault? Oh, you're at the vault. You're at the vault, Smiles. Yeah. Like I said, it's very much like the banquet at the end. Banquet at the end of Realm Reborn, with regards to just like, this is the one that people are just like, heem. Enjoy yourself. I don't know if Stormblood has any moments like that off the top of my head. God, that's a... Oh, they just give you big pulls. Like, it's not that you, like, can run through and carry your team with you. It's just like, no, you're gonna take big pulls and you're gonna like it. So that's fun. Stormblood has the Slope. Well, no, Slope is technically Heavensward. Like, storming Doma Castle was really cool. Oh yeah, for sure. But, like, I don't know if Stormblood has any moments where you're just like, oh, you're at that part, Smiles. You know? But, like, Shadowbringers has your first visit to Amarang. Oh, or the final assault on Yulmore. Without getting into, like, details. Huh, Tsukiyomi. Shadowbringers has several.
As does Endwalker, honestly. Stormblood has you-know-who's demise. Do I know whose? I don't know if, like, I would count Tsukiyomi as that, is the only thing. Personally. I'm not doing any of this shit. I should be doing this shit. Amarangus one, Mount Gold, get the last zone. There's a lot. Shadowbringers is a lot, and by God, I love it for it. I count it because of the build-up prior to it. Game crushes your hope. Oh, no, you know what? I would say, since you bring up the lead-up to it, I think the part that I would say, oh, you're at that part, Ahim, is probably like the end of your first meeting with Asahi. Where it's just like you're spending the whole time being like, okay, this guy's a little weird, but like, it seems like maybe he's genuine, and then, you know what happens. I fucking hate Asahi so goddamn much. He sucks. Adelfell right blade. Oh shit. Oh, don't do that. Horschifon's doing everything he can. He's hyping us up. Alphino would be like, what sorcery is this? Just like, Alphino, come on. You know what sorcery this is. Do not be disheartened. I won't, Horschiphon. I like irredeemable piece of shit like Asahi and Teleji because I enjoy hating those types of antagonists. They're definitely fun to hate. Oh. Oh. I'm going over here. Hey, Temple Banneret. Are you okay? Oh, no! He got stepped on. And it's not by somebody you want to get stepped on by. By this stupid bug. The holiest of holy. That's a really good attack name. I like that a lot, actually. Alphino's getting the sorcery of being hit in the face with a baseball bat. AKA the green target marker. What? How? I'm gonna cough. Just as Sir Cherrybear said, withdraw to the inner sanctum. Just as Sir Cherrybear said. Hello, Nick. Sir Cherrybear. Don't forget Sir Greeny. I don't know all of their names, but I bet I could find funny names to call each and every one of them if I really tried. I don't want to really try because it'll kind of get a little tired. You know, because I'm sick, you see. Oh. What is that? Bro, you shooting us? What the hell? Rude ass. 2 clear prisms. Hey, maybe you should take 2 clear prisms and calm down. Wow. This dungeon has always felt particularly short since Heavensward's launch. People would level on it all the way to 60 because of that. In a way it is, but it's just, man, I love the dungeon theme. It's everything I love about creepy church music. Somebody is just hammering the fuck away on the organ, yeah. Like, who's up there playing that? Do they know that there's, like, a battle raging? Ah! Statues. Ah, that's not what I want to do. Excuse me.
Away with you.
Fucking, you said it, Alphino. It's the Phantom. He doesn't care. Maybe it's just maybe it's the Pope. It could be. We don't know. This is a big ass fucking church. Goddamn. Is that Ganondorf? I mean, it's the equivalent of St. Paul's Cathedral in the Vatican. It should be a big fucking church. Yeah. But, like, it's a big fucking church. Do I look like I know shit about the Vatican? The most I know about the Vatican is... Vatican? The most I know about the... Professor Vatican from... Great Mouse Detective. The most I know about the Vatican is that I climbed to the top of it in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Okay? And it was fun. It's a fun game. You know, we don't know what he does in his free time other than plotting godhood. You seem surprised I can play the pipe organ. It's just that fucking shot from Sonic X of fucking Vector playing the goddamn piano. Okay. Ah! Sir Grinno the Bull. I should have known that you would be here. You bested him once before. Together we shall do so again. Come here, Grinny Bull.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Wow. Somebody's mad. Glad I live rent-free in your head like that. I would have maybe held on to that, personally. Ow.
I have the power.
You also have a really dumb hat, so I mean, like... I think I'm doing better than you are.
Down with you.
I'm getting fucking slammed here. Am I okay? In my haste to use all of my mitigation options, I'm using the fucking magic blocker when he's not hitting me with magic. I'm just trying to push all the buttons. I'm sorry.
Down with you!
I had you. No, you didn't. You didn't even have me a little bit. Well, time is on our side. You want me to go? This title as a Knight of the Heavens Ward is well earned. You fought well, my friend, but our mission is far from over. Wait! Box. Oh, cool, a hat I can't wear. Dope. Love it. Don't love it. Oh, shit! Desynth material. Haha, as if I have the class to desynth that with. Oh, I accidentally turned off my tank stance. Whoopsie. Understandable. Have a nice parish. What do you expect me to do? Craft? Being an alchemist is already too much for me. Wait, you guys are... Oh. Okay, hold on. What's wrong, Gage? Don't you love crafting? No. If you had seen the truth, being an alchemist would be way easier for you. Who's scratching stuff? Raggy. What are you doing? Cut it out. I just realized Moose is eating their food. 1 second. Moose, how long have you been in there scarfing down their food? Okay. Right, we can continue forward. Still no sign of the Archbishop. He cannot be much farther. Yeah, he doesn't seem like much of a father to me. Got him! Fucking Shrek'd. Whoop! Maybe he's on that conveniently boss-shaped pillar. No, that would be too obvious. I want to take a moment here real quick. Just like listen to the music. Like how you can sort of still hear like the muffled organ from within, but then like there's this really kind of foreboding sound in the track. Vault Priest. Hey man, can you let us leave? Damn. Woo! Alphino has his pride. I don't know if you guys heard yet. Hall of the Spear. The Spear. Yeah, we'll get there in a second. Oh, there's no chest down there. Okay, I thought there was. Oh, God, excuse me. Look, it's Sir Camembert. Like the cheese. Oh, it's Sir Cherry Bear. Oh, just right away. Your hat is really stupid. Why do you all have stupid hats? Get better hats, idiots. Needs to escape by airship. Damn, I started the fight already. I can't take a moment to cough. Shit.
Be gone with you!
Wait, why is everybody going to like the four corners here? Oh, shit.
Sickness must be purged!
I have my pride.
Where?
Be gone with you!
No, shut up. Wait, where'd he go? Where?
And now the final cut!
Wish you wouldn't. Filthy rats. He sounds pretty goofy in Japanese in this fight. That's great. I love that.
This shall be a mercy.
Will it?
You disgust me.
Okay, calm down. Excuse me.
I have my pride.
Sickness must be purged.
I guess. Oh. Orchfon, I'm hanging out with you. How you doing, buddy? You feeling good? I'm feeling pretty good.
Be gone with you! Sickness must be purged. Sickness must be purged.
Sickness must be purged. Did you know? Sickness must be purged. Oh, damn.
Be gone with you!
I did it. Duty complete. Hey! She purge on my filthy rat till I'm sick. Hey man, how you feel about that?
Impossible. Are you all right, my friend? We must hurry ere the Archbishop make good his escape.
And she's just happy to be here. Or he? Hold on. He's just happy to be here. Excuse me. Take whatever this is. Yeah, we done. Well, let's enjoy what's about to happen, I guess. It's one word to describe it.
Our power! How can this be?
There we go.
Fall back!
Oh, hey, Emmerich.
Father, please!
For a mercy, we were not too late.
Oh, thank goodness. Everything's going to be fine.
Why must you do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history? Our values? Everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Look out!
Go. Asisla awaits.
Lord Orchefort!
It's no good. The wound is too deep. It refuses to mend.
You are unharmed. Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of... Oh, do not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
I'm gonna fucking cry. So yeah, fuck this game. God damn. There's always the memes around the scene, but like, yeah, same. We make the jokes to cope with the pain. Oh god. It hurts. I saw this scene before Endwalker came out for the first time. And it hurts. Like, god fucking damn. Oh god. I thought I was going to be okay. I thought I was going to be okay seeing it for the second time in my life. And then it got to a smile better suits a hero, and it broke me. Thank you. Is there a buffalo sauce? Frank's Hot? Red Hot? Don't know. I'll go. I'm finishing up soon. I got taquitos. I've got taquitos to help the pain. Let me try this. Oh, that's really good. Fuck, man. Would you like some buffalo sauce with your shish kebab? No, it's taquitos. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's not funny. I know not what to say. I love this fucking goofy ass background music after all that, with like the fucking marimba. The others, they are gathered at Fort Tom Manor. I think this is a marimba. If it is a marimba, it's being played on like the higher end. Da, 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 da. God, fuck. Did you find Nid's hog? We did. Hello, Syl. We're actually finishing up shortly because we just did the vault. And, I thought I would be okay. But I am, in fact, emotionally compromised.
Don't. Please.
Yeah, all through to the new stuff. Okay, then I'll continue. Aigil walk up, she make a sad face.
To serve, to protect.
Natalie.
To sacrifice.
A smile better suits
There is
a
no
hero.
greater calling.
I'm so sad. I've seen that scene before, but it still got me.
Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son and for the nation he loved. Go.
Natalie walked in.
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
Natalie was also emotionally compromised at this part.
Bye. Son.
Edmund's voice actor, man. You did such a good job. Rest in peace. Oh, God. So here's a fun fact for you. In the original version of that cutscene, prior to the major updates that came around the time of Endwalker, Alphinaud did not bother trying to heal Horshaphant. That was added after the fact when people pointed out, hey, isn't Alphinaud a fucking healer? So they had to add in the part where Alphinaud is actually attempting to heal Horshaphant, but is mentioning that the wound is too deep and is not healing. Which, to be fair, is a thing. When people are, like, brought up by, like, reses or Phoenix Downs, they're not actually fully dead. They're, like, on the brink of death, but they can be revived. I was a summoner and standing there with a res in my back pocket. There can still be, like, wounds that are too serious to fix. Huh? Have I said his name, or did I just talk about being... Oh, I did? Okay. I'm trying to be vague, I promise. We have somebody in the house who's still working through ARR. By the way, the reason Natalie didn't say anything on stream is because she got sick as well, but it's kind of hitting her voice a little bit harder. Oh, hold on. Here, she's coming up closer. She's coming up closer.
Fuckers.
Oh my god. That was rough. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
Are you, like, making that worse than it actually is?
No.
Well, I mean, that sounded okay.
Give me $20 because I'm sick.
Give us $20 because she's sick. Even in the offline FFs, the status of when a character dies in battle is not called death but KO'd. You're sounding better today. That's good. Oh, honey. Justify why Phoenix Down for us rage works. Oh, man, you guys got hit hard. It's just a cold is the thing. Like, that's really all it is. I talked about this the other day. When I started getting the cold, I started getting the cold on the day that I thought, oh, I should go get the new COVID shot. And then I was just like, you know what? Nah. That's fine. Sniffle, sob. I'm sorry, I can't. I could not stand there in silence, but... Ah, God! Cal, thank you for the $20 donation, because Natalie's sick. When all the others had forsaken us, Lord Horshaphant took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits, so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction. So that we might face them as knights. So that's going to be it for it today. I want to thank everybody for coming by. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can follow. You can get those if you subscribe. You should do that. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and co-host at AcidXShark. That's ACIDXSHARK, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or on... Hey, is that the guy that was, like, weirdly standing in front of me while I was, doing squats earlier? Yeah, that's him. Is he also doing New Game Plus? That's neat. I hope he's having a good time. What was I saying? AcidXShark, ACIDXSHARK. I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can follow me on YouTube, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream, chat blocker was done by Molly, who you can find on Twitter at GingerIsaSpice. That's GingerIsaspice. Does fantastic work, takes commissions. I think is currently still doing like a small commission drive where she's taking headshots. But yeah, go check their stuff out. VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capel. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, and co-host at Team Capel. That's TEAMCATPLE. They also do fantastic work. They are also taking commissions. And yeah, go commission them. Don't email them. If you use their commission form, they'll email you. Don't DM them either. Please, just don't. If you do DM them, don't be weird. Please don't be weird to my friends. Please, I'm begging you. We will make fun of you if you are. They're coming back for Bayonetta 3. They're gonna be here tomorrow. Speaking of upcoming streams, Bayonetta 3 tomorrow. We're still going. You thought we forgot. We didn't. It's just there's been a lot going on the last month. And then on Saturday, we'll be starting Alan Wake 2, the final draft, the New Game Plus version that has a few small changes as well as a new ending. Next week, Nier and Hildebrand stuff. We're taking a break from Final Fantasy XIV, New Game Plus, and we're going to do Hildebrand. Yeah. But for now, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care, everybody.